Hey there, YouTube friends. It is Rainy from No Idle Hands, and I'm back for another update. Today is Saturday, September 24th, so next week will be the time when we move. So next Saturday, the 1st. So it's been kind of a crazy whirlwind time. Different things changing my plans. First and most notably that I'm not happy about. But it happens everywhere. It's not just where I'm currently working, such as the life of a travel nurse, right? So I told them 2 months ago in August, when I knew I wasn't going to renew my contract, that I had to be out of my apartment by October 1st. Sent them an email, asked them to, please put my days all at the beginning of the week so I could, have a day of rest and then leave on Friday. So the schedule came out, and I am working the 29th and 30th, which is still acceptable. I get done the morning of the 1st. We talk to the landlord, not a problem. He's going to let me sleep, and then we can leave later on in the evening. All fine and great. I only had 2 days that week, but, I'm not complaining. It is what it is. October schedule came out. I was on it for the night of the 1st. It's like, no, people, this can't happen. I have to leave. I cannot spend another night. No. So, long story short, my days ended up getting traded. So now I work Sunday, tomorrow, and then Thursday, Friday. Yeah, that's right, Thursday, Friday. Or Wednesday, Thursday. Anyway, 29th and 30th, whatever days of the week that is. I believe it's Wednesday, Thursday. Anyway, neither here nor there. Don't know, don't care. It's on paper. I'll figure it out later. So, I'm still working the night of the 30th, getting done the morning of the 1st, sleeping, and then we're leaving. And that is that. So, it happens to travel nurses all the time. Just difference, in communication, and things get lost, and so yeah. Next stop is Springfield, Missouri. I start there the middle of October, I believe October 17th. I'm taking 2 weeks off in between contracts. Number 1, to travel home, but number 2, to go see my in-laws. We're going to make a quick trip down to Texas to see my mom and dad-in-law. Maybe. I don't know. If the trip doesn't kill me, we might be going down there. So when we drove here, we only had one vehicle, and I didn't drive that much. My husband did the bulk of the driving. Drive home, we have acquired a vehicle since we've been in Maine, so I have to drive myself and my puppy. So Shadow and I are going to be in one vehicle, and Derek will be in the other. So we'll see how this goes. In Crafty news, I am finishing up little things here and there. I finished the hat that was supposed to be for the hat tutorial. Please forgive me, I did not. This is how much I had left to finish on the tutorial, just a very little bit. And I just could not bring myself to get the video camera out to do that last little bit. I am sorry. I will try this again once I get settled in Springfield. I hope nobody is waiting too desperately for the hat pattern for that. If you are, please leave me a comment down below, and I will do my best to get it out to you. The other finished object is that. The last of my charity hats, the last for the hats for the homeless. And believe it or not, it looks very similar to one that I did on the knitting machine. Knitting machine. And that one was done on knitting needles. So, the difference is in the length, is because I think my tension is a little bit looser than that of the knitting machine. I don't know. But I did the same, I followed the same procedure for both. You know, 36 rows and 36 rows and 36 rows, because they're reversible. There's actually, you know, an underside into both of these, which I'm hoping, please don't catch me lying here, but I'm hoping I'll do a tutorial on that as well. Just from I'm going to call it a tube hat, I guess. It's just made exactly like it would be on a knitting machine, except with knitting needles. So, I mean, you still make the long tube, you bring it up together, tie it off together, cinch it together, so it makes a reversible hat. I may have to adjust the rows though, because that one looks kind of long, but it's very slouchy. I mean, if you want a less slouchy hat, you just have to take rows off. Or I probably could have gotten away with a 10 instead of an 11. But, so the other stuff I am working on, still, I don't think I've done much on this since the last time we talked. Because it's kind of my back burner project. It's more of a I want to work on it in the car kind of thing, you know, when we go places, and we really haven't been anywhere. And then I said I wasn't going to start anything new until I went home. So that is the community garden crochet along. Still, it's not actually the first block, but it's the first block I'm making. I frogged the first one because it was so totally huge. I did not want a blanket that big. I mean, I'm really only doing this because it's a cute blanket. I don't really want to keep it, but I've got a couple of other people that are doing it also. My cousin Neva at ManicMama Music, and now Darla is also doing it with Neva and I can't think of her crochet channel name off. I think it's In the Bag, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, if you would like to do this wonderful adventure with us, I'm not sure you can get all the patterns now unless you buy the book. Some of them are free, and definitely on the creators' blogs, but some of them may be only for purchase. So I have been keeping up with it and catching them all when they're free on Ravelry, because I just like the PDF patterns. Still having a little bit of trouble with it, but now I'm following a tip that one of my viewers gave me. She actually writes down the steps, and some of these patterns actually come with written directions, so I'm following the written directions rather than the graph. And it seems to be going better so far, but you see how much I got done because I've been trying to finish up the hats for the homeless. I'm trying to do some tips and tricks for the people who are struggling with C2C. I mean, I can't show you how to do it because I'm left-handed. I can show you what I do, but mine is, everybody, I guess, right-handed starts in the right corner. I start in the left corner and work my way across. So if I try to show you how to do it, it's probably just going to be backwards to you. But tips and tricks like ball management and how to tuck in ends, things like that, should be fairly straightforward and should translate across whether you're left or right-handed. I went down from I think I started with an I hook, and now I'm using a G hook. I will try to remember to put the link to the blog for the C2C in the description down below, so you guys can have that if you wish to join with us. And then, okay, so then a mystery crochet along came along. I haven't started it yet. I want to so badly, but I'm like, I can't start something else new. I only have 7 days left in this place, and 3 of them are going to be working, and the rest of them are going to be packing. So, yeah. So I can't start anything new. And then I found a free pattern for a hat that I want to do. another hat, a different hat. Just call me the crazy hat lady, I guess, instead of no idle hands, because I am nuts about hats. I love to do hats, especially knitted hats. I'm not real fond of crocheted hats, but it is a, you remember in Snow White, the poison apple that the queen gives Snow White? Well, this is a poison apple hat. So imagine that in your brain. Now you can't unsee it because I've told you about it. The poison apple hat. But I'm struggling because I really don't want to do it in red. Right now I really don't like red. Maybe I'll find a nice burgundy. Or it could be green because there are green apples. A nice pink maybe? Like for a pink lady? But that's kind of a yellowy apple. I don't know. Maybe I'll find a variegated. That would be lovely. But then here I am looking and thinking about new yarn, and I don't need yarn. So I'm actually in the bedroom where my yarn stash is, speaking of yarn. And you remember I came without my yarn. I only had, what, 2 or 3 projects? So in the time I've been here, I'm walking over so you can see this. In the time that I've been here, that is what I have acquired. See? Look at that. Now, to be fair, some of that was given to me for my birthday. Some was given to me by people I work with because they love me and they know I like to crochet. A lot of it was just purchased. So, but like I say, no idle hands. My hands are never not busy, except when I had COVID. There was only, what, 2 days during COVID, I guess, that I didn't touch crafting at all. So yeah, I mean, every day I touch something yarn related. Every day I pick up a crochet hook, I pick up a knitting needle, you know, something. Yeah. So it's a part of my life as much as eating and drinking and sleeping. Usually it's always knitting, always. I always have a knit and crochet project going. I always have a knit project, not always a crochet project, because right now, well, yeah, I do have a crochet project. But yeah, I mean, I cannot live without. Even on the days that I work, I still pick it up for 10 minutes before I go to bed, or if I get up early enough, I pick it up for 10 or 15 minutes before I go to work. So, yeah. Oh, the other finished object, which will be it was at the beginning of the video, because I usually always try to use my thumbnail first. The baby Afghan, I finished it and gave it to the recipient, and she was thrilled. She loved it. It was actually one of the first gifts she's been given, and she was so tickled. And it turned out very nicely. It's very soft, very, very cuddly. So, best of wishes to her and her new one when the new one is born. So, yeah, that's been my couple of weeks that I haven't updated you on. So, yeah, now it's just I'm living out of boxes right now because everything's pretty well packed. Except for a few clothes and stuff in the bathroom, and I mean, even the kitchen, I'm taking stuff out of boxes. When I need it, I wash it and I put it back. So, that's been pretty much it. I am going to be sad to leave Maine. I am not going to be sad to leave their healthcare. It's kind of nuts the way they do things up here, and I can't believe all their nursing homes are closing. But, well, not all of their nursing homes, but it seems like every day there's news about another nursing home closing, and then all of these people are displaced, and it's crazy. And then that just means that the people on my floor are going to be there even longer because there's nowhere for them to go. So, I mean, nothing against Maine in general, nothing against the hospital I'm working at, but wow, it's a messed up system. There's been one lady on my floor that's been there forever and ever. She's been there longer than me, and I've been there 6 months. So, just crazy. Well, actually, there's a guy that's been there longer than me too, but he's in a different part of my floor. So, anyway, I'm going to end this video here today. I don't know why my camera's doing that, but it seems like it's shaking today. more than usual. I apologize for that. But yeah, I hope y'all have a wonderful week. I'm not sure when I'll be doing my next update. I'll probably try to do little snippets from on the road and just put them together. They may not be of the usual caliber, may not have a thumbnail, you know, whatever. But I probably will try, because we're taking a different route home, so I'll be seeing some different states. I think we're going to head a little bit south, more south than we did before, to hit like Maryland and West Virginia, Kentucky, and then across the bottom of Missouri. So that'll be different than the normal Indiana, Illinois, Ohio, Pennsylvania lot. So if anybody has any good tips to go around Hartford, Connecticut, please let me know. I don't want to drive through Hartford. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Please share with your friends. If you love my antics, give me a thumbs up. Give me some comments down below. And yeah, see you the next time.